Welcome to Let's Know Buffalo. I got Chris and AJ here from the now world famous Wingnutz. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So I know a little bit about your story. Let's jump into it. Like, how did you guys get involved with Wingnutz? Because you're not the founders, but you've really taken this brand to the next level. Who wants to start? Like,
I'll start it out. Yeah. So, I mean, it really goes back to 2012 when I first met AJ. LeBron got traded to the Heat. I was going to the Knicks game with our friend Adam, and at the last minute, he's like, I got another friend who wants to join us. And it was AJ. And we went to New York. We had just an amazing time. It was really, really fun. And at the time, I was an entrepreneur. AJ was doing his thing, chef, working at other spots. And, for years, we always kept in touch. Lost touch a little bit over the years, but my family is part of the Lockport Country Club, and he was the executive chef there
oh,
for
very
a
cool.
while. So we kind of reconnected again, probably in like 2017, 2018, started hanging out, talking again more. And I just always told him, like, when you're ready to like quit the rat race and start a restaurant, let me know. And he called me, I want to say it was early June or late December or late December 21, early June or January 22, and said, I just left the country club. Let's rock and roll. So within 2 months, we had started Munch Buffalo. We opened our first location on Niagara Falls Boulevard across from St. Christopher.
Yep.
Our second location, we opened inside of Froth Brewing. So we had
Yep.
two locations very quickly.
I went to high school with the guys at Froth,
Oh,
and I
nice.
live right
Yeah,
by.
Jesse and
Yep,
Travis,
yep,
all the
yep.
guys. Yeah,
So I
good
went to high
guys.
school with those
And
guys, and I live right by the Niagara Falls Boulevard
Yep.
location. I'm in
Nice.
Pendleton, so just
Yeah,
past
yeah,
that Wegmans, right on off Tonawanda
yeah,
Creek.
so it was like one was takeout delivery only, extremely hard to get into,
Sure.
on the boulevard. But then Froth, we did really, really well pairing with a brand that had like-minded interests with us, and it was going exceptionally well. And the whole way the Wingnuts kind of came in is like I've been just a fan of them
Yeah.
forever, right? From the first time someone told me in 2017 that they had the best chicken wings in Buffalo,
It was such, like, I don't wanna say a secret, but it was just so
it was a
unknown.
hidden gem,
Yeah,
sure.
and so I told you that, I started my video game store on Delaware Ave and Kenmore, and then the next one was on,
Yeah, you're right around the corner.
yeah.
Yeah,
So my COO used to tell me about this place that he would go with these incredible wings, and I didn't pay attention to the name. It was so long ago, and he's telling me about how it's in like this hall or what was it?
Knights of Columbus.
Nice of
Yeah,
Columbus, yeah.
yep.
And I'm like, no fucking way am I going there to like eat chicken wings. But he would rave about them all the time. So like I feel like, man, I missed the boat early on. I just, it was not that I didn't believe him, but I just didn't believe him,
They were really
right?
under the radar.
Yeah.
Grow up in Buffalo. It's
And
like
then you
we've all tried
slowly
wings
start
everywhere.
to hear
Yeah.
more and more, and I'm like, "You gotta be kidding me." And then they're, like, on the news and on it just exploded.
Yeah, it was almost like it was like an overnight success. Like,
Yeah.
they were doing well there. I was going there all the time, ordering wings for the Super Bowl, bringing any friends and family, and, like, we'd order wings from, like, there, Elmo's, Duff's,
Yeah. All them heavy hitters. Yep.
yeah, the variety of spots, and, like, we'd line them all up for the Super Bowl, and people would be like, "These wings, I don't know what these are, but they're better than all of them. It's
It's
not
so
even
wild
close."
to me because whenever I have friends come into town, where are the best wings? And it's just like, well, you can go to any local bar on the corner, any corner of any street in Buffalo
Sure.
and get pretty good wings,
Yeah.
right? But there are some staples, as we know, some brands, some specific types, and to almost create a new brand and a new type of wing or like a is wild to me, right? Like that could still happen.
Yeah, we're kind of changing the game,
Yeah.
right? Our wing is different, you know what I mean? And they're exceptionally large, they're extra crunchy. People order them crispy, we say extra crispy, that's the only way we do 'em,
That's
right?
great.
And
Yeah.
that's really, played very instrumental to our success.
Well, and I know when I go out for wings, like, it's the same with any restaurant. I go to a specific place to order a specific thing. And I'm a little bit of a creature of habit, and I will try different things.
Sure.
But, if there's a burger that I know, I'm going for that burger. If there's a flavor of wing, I'm going to that restaurant. Right? Like Wingnuts to me is
Absolutely.
the specific flavor. I'm going there specifically for those wings. And no offense to any of your other food, it's good. I've had it. I'm going there to get those wings.
Sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
80% of what we sell is gonna always be chicken wings.
Yeah.
With the other foods there for
Well,
those
you just
people that
it
aren't
is
wing
that
people.
bingo. That's exactly it.
Pizza, we really put a lot of effort into our pizza.
And I had the pizza. It's delicious.
We have really good
Super
dough.
impressive.
Everything's
Yep.
homemade, nice, good sauce. But the wings are what we're always gonna be known for. We tried to do something different, especially Ed and Alicia in the beginning. They wanted to do something different. Went out, they had wings at a bunch of different places. They said, "This is what Buffalo's known." They were getting rubbery, small wings,
Sure.
a little bit of Frank's, a little bit of fake butter,
Yeah.
and that was it at all the same places, and everybody, they got tired of it, and they said, "We're gonna do something about it," and they messed around in their basement for a year, trying all different recipes, different temperatures, coating the wings, battering the wings, dredging the wings, whatever, and, they came up with a nice method, and it worked, and then they invented a couple sauces. They started having people over for, you know, try it, and then that turned into the whole backyard's full, and they got a propane fryer outside, and
They're doing caterings out of the
now they're doing
church. Yeah.
caterings,
Yeah.
and then they're doing tailgates, and all
We've
of a
had
sudden
we've had other food companies on here that
it's
started the same way, like,
exactly, yeah.
95 Nutrition, right? Like,
Yep.
they started out of a church on Grand Island, and,
They're doing 100,000 meals a week.
yeah, it's
It's
insane.
insane. So
But that's great. I mean, it was like my video game store we just talked about, right?
exactly, yeah.
I started in 600 square feet, 1-year lease, wasn't gonna hurt me. And then I opened up another location, which was 3,000 square feet and, 25 I don't even remember what the rent was, but I just signed a 5-year lease.
Sure.
But had I not
Scary.
had that proof of concept
Yep.
already, but just by scaling it small, starting small, and then scaling it afterwards, yeah, I mean, probably why a lot of businesses go out so
So
quickly.
it's funny because the story you is pretty much the same story for me. Chris kept telling me I had to try these wings. My brother kept telling me, AJ, you got to try these wings. And I've been cooking for 25 years. I've cooked wings every way you can cook them.
Sure.
I've done everything to a wing, double smoked them, fried them, thrown them in an oven, done anything you can do to a wing. And I'm like, okay, how good could these wings
Right.
be?
But I was raving. I was like, they're
He's
the
like,
best wings I've
he
ever
goes,
had.
AJ,
I'm like,
you
you gotta do it.
gotta
Yeah.
try these wings. And my brother said the same thing. You just gotta try them. They're different. So, speed things up.
Yeah, this was like
Chris-
April, May of 22.
Yeah, Chris called to put an order in. He got a response that, Ed had some health issues and they weren't going to be able to fill the orders. They probably weren't going to be able to reopen.
And I was like devastated because it was like I was going there twice a week bringing
Yeah.
people, and I was like, these
What
wings
am I
can't
gonna
die.
do?
I'm like,
Yeah.
they can't, right?
Yeah.
So then I like messaged them and I was like, we have cooks, we have 2 restaurants, like we can help, right? And they're like, okay, let's meet. And then
So, first thing I ever tried, Alicia's Sweet Heat and the roast beef sandwich. First bite I took, I looked at Chris and I said, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "This is the best chicken wing I've ever tasted. The crunchiness, the size, the I like different things,
Yeah.
and the uniqueness of the sauce. I was like, this is crazy.
they have like an aura to them.
Yeah.
It's like
something
that brings them out. They're crispy, they're glistening, they're so piping hot and
I'm
fresh.
salivating just
So-
having this conversation. If I keep drinking my water, it's like
Sure. And it was a completely different experience than I had ever had eating a chicken wing, and that's the type of memory that we want people to walk away with when they try our wings.
Yeah.
We want them to eat the wings and be like, "This just ruined chicken wings for me. Where else am I going to get these?" You know what I mean? Like I can't get wings anywhere else now. I'm just disappointed that they're
Sure.
not saucy and crispy. And
Yeah.
there's a couple other places we'll go here and there and have good wings. District 37 is my new favorite. They've got really, really good wings.
I just had
Elmo's
wings.
is solid.
Elmo's is really solid.
I just
They've
had
got great
wings the other day, and my father-in-law like looked at the wing, and he's like, the sauce wasn't staying on the wing, and then the blue cheese was just sliding off.
Yeah, it's too much
Eh,
grease.
And I was like, yeah, and they were a little undercooked. And I'm like, man, I don't want to say it, but these wings sucked.
Yeah,
Like all around. Like
sure.
I mean, multiple people like they flew out of their hands because they were so slick.
And I
Like,
think with multiple things like the Buffalo Wing Coalition, the Wing Trail, all these new things coming out over the last 5-10 years.
Yeah.
The chicken wing game has exploded.
Sure.
Like everybody's trying.
Well,
to
we
get
had Drew
Buffalo.
Sursa on from
Yeah, we love
yeah,
Drew.
yeah.
Wing Kings, we've
yeah.
done a ton of stuff with him. He's a
Great
great
dude.
guy.
I've known him
Yeah,
for
yeah.
so long.
He was actually just out in Syracuse last month for the Chicken Wing Festival.
Nice.
Out there.
Yeah, but
really good
it's so cool to like go to that wing fest and you're trying wings from all over the world. Like,
Sure.
what are other people thinking about, this homegrown thing that we have here?
Yeah,
right.
there's hot sauce and butter.
Right.
Right. So, anyways, we met with AJ was blown away. We talked with them. We're like, let us show you like our 2 locations, right? So we showed him both of them, and they literally were like, "When can we move in?" You know what I mean? So it was like literally 3 days later, we
We
went
packed up the
we
boys.
went down there, we
Yeah.
packed all their stuff up, we loaded it up in a trailer. We had my carpet guy come in, he cleaned it, they wiped their hands clean of the lease, and we converted both of our locations from Munch Buffalo into Wingnutz. And
Sure.
it was a sad day because we built that brand from scratch,
Right.
and it was really operating for about 3 to 6 months, and it was doing really well, but we just looked at Wingnutz and the upside potential, and it's like, Munch Buffalo was probably never gonna leave Buffalo.
Right.
With Wingnutz, it's like we have global
Yeah.
expansion dreams, right?
And
So
I think, and I've said this before, um, there's a lot of great restaurants in Buffalo, right?
it's a food town for sure.
100%.
Someone comes here, you're like, "I got 6
And
spots I
it's
gotta take you."
local food, right?
Yes,
Like
yeah.
the
Mom
chains
and
are the
pops,
chains are the
yeah, of
chains,
course,
right?
yeah.
But I will tell you, unless you do something special, you need to stand out, right?
Yeah.
You need to have those 1 or 2 items that everybody says, "Where do I need to go for wings?" There. "Where do I know beef on weck?" There. Where do I go to for a steak sandwich?" Right? Like, and again, so on and so forth.
Like Macy's place, like, they got crazy pizzas and stuff, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Or like, just like something like Ted's with the charbroiled,
Great
burgers,
hot dogs,
right?
yeah,
But
exactly.
that's their bread and
Gotta
butter.
separate
Like,
yourself.
understand what your go-to is, understand what your brand is, and go balls to the wall for it.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely agree with that 100%. That's we take a lot of pride in our chicken wings. We train our staff really well. We make sure that everybody's, following the same procedures.
Yeah.
There's an exact time that we cook our wings for every single time. We sauce them the exact same way every
And
single
that's the
time.
hard part. The
Mhm.
the
Just
the further you're away from the front lines, right? The more stores, the more locations, the more restaurants, the more people that are between you and the product, to maintain that quality is some of the toughest things
Yeah.
when it comes to
And
business.
something that's important that we've done is we've really invested in our foundation and our infrastructure.
Okay.
We have our sauces co-packed. We're getting ready to, I can't announce it yet, but we're probably gonna go exclusive with a blue cheese company. So
Awesome.
any way we can automate the process to make
I
it
think
where
that's part
the same wings and the
right?
same sauce you're eating in Buffalo, New York is the
You have
same
to.
sauce, the same wings you're eating in Tampa, Florida, or Fort Lauderdale or Miami.
One of my favorite chains, and I'll say is Carrabba's, right?
Yeah.
And no matter what state I went in, I knew it was the same menu, the same food consistency.
Yep.
We're like that with bonefish.
Okay.
We love
Yeah, yeah.
bonefish.
So
bang
same-
bang
bang,
shrimp.
bang shrimp.
Always the same.
Yeah,
Great cocktails.
Lucia's Bang Bang Shrimp.
I haven't. No.
Oh,
No, I haven't
yeah.
had them yet. Awesome.
Not.
We're gonna have to go to Lucia's.
Sounds good to me.
I know Jay, the owner, will get
Perfect.
us right in.
Okay.
Some of the
It's like a 3-month wait usually, I know.
yeah, I'll make a phone call.
Cool.
Awesome.
But Bang Bang Shrimp, Bang Bang Calamari there.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Anything seafood, sign us up.
they've got the same sauce or very similar.
Yeah.
Their food is out of control. And honestly, people don't know about it because they go there for good steaks and good seafood. Best burger I've ever had.
Yeah.
Insane.
Wow.
Whatever combination of meat that they're using, just through the roof.
You gotta
Just
try our
delicious.
Wagyu burger.
Nah, I like it.
Yeah, our Wagyu burger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
think
sell
that's probably on the
a
same.
lot of Wagyu. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited to try Lucia's. I've been wanting to go. for
All
a
right.
while.
Well, let's.
We've been everywhere else in Buffalo. I just, for some reason, we don't go out to Hamburg.
We'll go.
Unless I'm going to the Red Top right next to
I live in Pendleton, so for me to go out there, it's 40 minutes,
Yeah.
and I do not give a shit. I will drive there every day if I could.
Yeah, the other thing you got in Pendleton, you got the Ship and
Yeah.
Uncle G's. What's
Uncle G's, the ice cream
Yeah,
place.
great
My
ice
daughter
cream,
loves
yeah,
that.
great
Right
ice
around the
cream, yeah.
corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got my tomato pie right on the boulevard.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's-
Very. I went to high school with his wife. And
Tony's wife.
he
yeah,
got a pretty raw deal at the other location.
yeah, that
With
North
the-
Town
The
Plazas. They
street.
fucked
They worked on it
everybody
for like
over.
2 years.
It's a
It's
mess.
horrible.
Yeah. And it's all vacant. Like
Yeah, I don't know what even what they're doing
brutal.
over there.
But again, I got married during COVID, and on a whim I called Tony. I'm like, "Hey, listen, we're getting married in our backyard this weekend." I'm like, "Can you make this happen?" And it was only 29 people, but he dropped everything and for us, and just a great guy.
Yeah, his
Great
daughter's on my daughter's lacrosse team.
quality food.
Sure.
You definitely get what you pay for. Never had a bad experience there. And we had our gender reveal party for my daughter. Again, just coming out of COVID.
Yeah.
Pitched the tent in the backyard. We're having 50 some people at my house for this gender reveal. When I tell you it rained more that day, the night before, the tent was collapsing.
Oh my.
And there was like a foot of water in my
Mud
backyard.
everywhere. Yeah.
So I called Tony at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, Tony, we got 50 people plus coming to my house. I said, can you get us in? And he's like, my banquet room, I've got a few. I'm like, I can't. He's like, wait. So he cut the restaurant in half with barriers, gave us the bar and a couple, sides of the table,
You're like, "This will
and
work." Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, "Dude, whatever you can do, we will literally cram," and we had too many people to just cram into the bar, but
Yeah.
yeah, again, I can't say enough
It
about
works.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
no,
works.
100%.
Figured it out. Good
Um,
stuff.
Buffalo's a small town, and it's like it's good to have good relationships with people and
that's
do
my
good
favorite
business
part.
because word travels fast. You know
And
what I
that's,
mean?
again, something that I always said being an entrepreneur was like, you do shit business in this town, it's gonna go it's not like New York City or LA or Miami, like,
Mhm.
where there's unlimited amount of people. Like, you screw somebody over, do bad business, well, I'm telling my friend, and my friend's telling his friend, and then all of a sudden you're out of business. But in the opposite sense, if you do good business and you're great at customer service and you take care of people, that spreads just as fast.
Right.
It's kind of how I built my businesses, right? It's just taking care of people, whether it was the video game stores or my real estate clientele. Like, I don't pay for leads. It's all referral based,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
That's how we
and
roll.
that's
Those are the best leads, though.
yeah.
They're
When you
warm,
give
they're ready to
somebody that
go.
quality wing,
Mhm.
you don't have to pay thousands of dollars a month for advertising. You've got that person walking out your door saying, "Holy shit, those were the best wings I've ever had,"
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And then it just snowballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were at an event on Elmwood and Bryant. Is that the one you were at, or were you at the one in Williamsville?
The Williamsville one.
So we were at an event very similar for another real estate company on
Mhm.
Elmwood and Bryant. As soon as we opened our windows and turned on our propane tanks, there was a line of 30 people waiting to buy wings. And these weren't even people from the event.
Yeah,
And it was, a lot of these people walk by and I'm just like, here, try a wing. And then they come back and they're like, I'll take 20.
but that's also great, like, whether it's a mortgage company or a business, "Hey,
Sure.
let us set up in your parking lot." I
Yeah.
guarantee that you're gonna have 100 people walk through your parking lot.
Of course.
Now, you've gotta close that deal, right? But
Yeah,
but here's a lead, right?
exactly.
Sure.
So,
And we've
yeah,
done a
it's
lot,
great.
yeah, a ton of offsite stuff. We've done a couple events in Syracuse. They've all gone really, really well. Like I said, we did the Chicken Wing Festival, and then we're working with Nick from Limp Lizard, and he was like, "I have a pizza and pasta fest. Love you guys to come and do pizza." And we're just like, proofing the dough, the logistics. We
Sure.
don't have like a pizza oven there, and he goes, "You know what? Let me just make it a pizza wing and pasta fest." And we're like, "Great!" So we're setting up there. We got a lobster truck to our right. We got a chicken riggy and all sorts of stuff to our left. And our line is like 30 people long the entire day. People calling their friends. You got to try these wingnut wings. Got a ticket. Come to this place. We had people coming the next day, like there at 11 o'clock, like giddy, ready to go. Like, we need 20 to go. Like, we waited to come more. Or like people coming saying, we came to this event just to come to Wingnutz. And like hearing that and like, a city that we're not really in, we've done a couple pop ups
Right.
is really, really cool to see. And like really attributes to like, what we're doing, right? We're really changing the game.
Mhm.
We're not trying to be like anybody else.
Yeah.
We're always going to have our own unique sauces made from scratch.
Well, it's kind of funny is that, like, a lot of things have already been done in this world, and it's hard to come up with something new. So
Right.
it's like, "Oh, we're not reinventing the wheel."
No,
But you are. You're reinventing the chicken wing because
trying
of
to.
how it's being cooked and prepared and sauced, and
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, obviously, you're excelling in it because
A lot of people in Buffalo think we're bastardizing the chicken wing because we coat it.
Yeah.
And we say that helps the sausage here and makes the wing crispier. So if you want a better chicken wing, then
well, it's
sorry.
like it's like sales over in Depew. My mom grew up 4 doors
Sure.
down from there.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I go there specifically. I'm like, "Oh, if I want breaded wing if I want a different type of wing, right? Like, that's one of my places
Sure.
that
Mm.
I know that if I got a taste for something just a little different, right?
For sure. Yeah.
And then, the light coating, it helps, like you said, adhere, extra crispy, extra crunchy. And like, that's, our motto, size,
Yeah.
sauciness, crunch. We're always going to be that way. Right now we have 2 full service locations. We have the one at Millersport. We've been there almost 3 years now. Great
3 years?
relationships.
That's fast.
Yeah.
Goes
I remember
quick.
when you
It's
guys
like
Wow.
that, man. It's like that.
you struggled with, like, a liquor license or something?
No, it
What
was
or
we had to
permit?
get a grease trap.
Yeah, Town of Amherst made it
Right.
put a grease
I
trap
can't
in.
tell you how because it's
Yeah.
close to my house,
They
right?
did it to, like,
I drove by and pulled in the parking lot, like, looking in the windows, like, "Are these guys open yet?"
Yeah, it was like 4 months delayed. It was
I was
challenging.
literally
like anything in
stalking
business.
you guys.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
supposed to open in September and we didn't open until the middle of December.
Ah,
So
Wow.
it was a really
But that's his life. That's how
it's a
business
curveball.
goes,
Yeah.
no.
But Miller Sport, we're doing really, really well there. We opened the airport location in
Mhm.
February. That was also supposed to open late December, January. Had some issues with some water issues there. Got all of that resolved, and both spots are doing really, really well. And really, where we're going is like we're growing, right?
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, we invested in our infrastructure and foundation early on. Now we have a food trailer, we have a food truck that we just purchased from
Mhm.
Nashville with pizza ovens and fryers that we're gonna be bringing up here. Our food trailer, like he said, is probably gonna be going to Syracuse and out into that market as
Wow.
well. And then something we're gonna be announcing pretty soon is we're opening a downtown location.
Okay.
So it's gonna be takeout delivery. It's on North Street, really close to Kleinhands, and
Okay.
it's gonna really service a lot of the
Is that
areas.
breaking news right here on my
It
podcast?
is.
Breaking
Yeah,
news.
breaking
Yeah,
news right
yeah.
I'm
here.
gonna get this out quick so I can
It
take some
is.
credit.
Yeah, the paperwork's running with the lawyers right now, so
Nice.
that's
Congrats.
gonna open mid to late August, and we're gonna do really well there. We're very excited about that.
Just out of curiosity, what's the ultimate game plan? Are you guys talking about like franchising this thing or?
We've taken the steps. We're working with a local franchise company, getting them the information they need to make us franchisable. We've
Nice.
applied for our, national trademarks, things like that. So, we're on course to become franchisable over the
That's
next
awesome.
6 to
I actually, again, I don't know if there's multiple local franchise companies, but it might be the same one that I talk to. And one of the owners is an investor of mine in my real estate. And when I had the video game stores, I was starting the process, right?
Yeah.
Like, and unfortunately, things changed and it
Yeah.
didn't go there. But had I gone from 6 locations to 60 or 600, right? Like we might not be sitting here talking.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But anything, right? Like, but you got to put it in their hands. They're the ones that know how to do the paperwork and
We want 1,000 stores in the next 10 years.
yeah,
Yeah, and we think it's really achieved. You
that's
know,
awesome.
we really like the East Coast a lot. South Florida is amazing.
Yeah.
Love South Florida.
We are in the process of getting ready to close on a food trailer down there as well in South
Okay.
Florida, and that'll really help us kind of have our Florida presence. We were very close to signing a spot in West Chase, just didn't work out unfortunately. But there's going to be more opportunities down there. But between the locations and the food trucks, we're gonna have 6 by the time football season
Wow.
gets there. So
So you got your hands full.
yeah, well, it's good. I mean, we really look at any kind of bar and grill, and it's like if you're not successful, we can implement our model and be really successful with it.
Yeah. Oh, and that's what you did.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
That's very cool. Um, so outside of the franchising, the food trucks, are you guys branching out with your menu and changing you talked about a little bit about the pizza, and some
Uh,
other things, or are you really just focusing in
Just
on,
really focusing on, keeping a small menu, keeping everything, cross utilized. We'll do some specials. We do biweekly specials every 2 weeks at the Millersport location, soon to be at the Genesee Street location as well.
We'll do like a specialty pizza, specialty wing sauce,
Sandwich.
specialty like roll or sandwich.
Yeah.
Tell them about the stuffies.
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
stuffies. We make our own rolls. It's basically like a sub, but we make it like a giant round roll. We kind of rip the inside out and then stuff it with, we do a cheesesteak stuffy. We do a chopped chicken cutlet Caesar stuffy. We sell a ton of those.
They're excellent. They're so
This
good.
week we're doing a chopped cheese stuffy, which is phenomenal.
And we kind of started that by using like our day old pizza dough
okay,
because we were just tossing and we're like, we got to use this for something.
sure,
And it's just
Now we
gotten
have
so
to
popular.
make
It's the
30
fresh
40 a
stuff, you know what I
day. at
mean?
least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
awesome.
So, we do a ton of those. This week we're doing Chicago
Oh, the Chicago beef.
Chicago
Oh,
beef
my
pizza,
goodness.
homemade jardiniere, braised short rib, provolone cheese, roasted garlic base. Really, really tasty.
Sounds like you don't have to eat anywhere else, but
We
No,
do.
You really don't. I mean,
don't,
we,
yeah.
we even have salads.
yeah. One of the things I wanted to bring up was at your Millersport location, the room,
Room 40.
40.
Yeah.
room 40.
Yeah.
Please tell the story. I love this. The second I heard why it was named that,
Oh, it's
I was
great.
just like,
Yeah, I mean, PFT,
in
yeah,
love, and I'm like, this is fucking brilliant.
right. PFT and Big Cat, they sat down with Josh. He did the Room 40 joke with them, and
Mhm.
and Josh, like, he had heard of Wingnutz. I don't know if he had been or not yet.
Sure.
And they're just Big Cat and PFT are just loyal to Wingnutz, not only because the product and everything's been so great, but like they just love Ed and Alicia. Like they are the definition of a mom and pop story.
Right.
Starting from in their basement, deep frying 2 wings at a time, trying different coating, trying different sauces, to where, they open in the Knights of Columbus, they're selling 1,000 wings a day, jumping up in the air for excitement. We sell 1,000 by noon, right? So it's like we've really scaled it up and like they look at that how everything happened. They're like, this is amazing how it happened, right? But so those guys sat down with them. That happened, and we're sitting down with one of our marketing guys, and we're like, we got to spin something on this, right? and we're like, let's just make our banquet rooms room 40. And AJ and I drove to Michael's that day. We picked the letters up, and those are the same letters at the Millersport location that you walk into room 40. And it was, what was it? The next day?
The next day, Josh Allen came into the Military Road location in North Buffalo. And I'm standing there talking to the owner of the location, and he looks at me and he goes, AJ, I'm pretty sure that's Josh Allen. So I had to walk into the cooler and collect myself for a second.
He showed up
I
with like the
walked out.
Minecraft truck, like all decked out.
Yeah,
and
that was
stuff.
pretty cool. And then it was the day of the Bills scrimmage. So I remember a bunch of fans were at the restaurant getting ready to go to the Bills scrimmage, and they saw Josh Allen there and they lost their minds.
That's funny.
There was a couple food reviewers there at the same time. It was ironic how everybody was there
But
at the
real
same
quick,
time he
for
came.
those who don't know what room 40 is,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's a room.
Yeah, it's our
But
banquet and
The
private
joke
room.
with Josh Allen was,
Yeah, so the joke was like, he was like, you got to go to room 40. And they're like, oh, no, we're Wingnutz guys. And he goes, oh, well, you know, check out room 40. And they're like, okay. And they're like, where are you going to go? And he's like, room 40. And they're like, room for these nuts in your mouth. You know what I mean? And it was like a walk off on it. And it was
Yeah.
just whole.
It was epic walk off by the MVP.
no.
Yeah.
And again, I just remember the look on his face watching that video. Like, my wife works for New Era. She's a director of marketing over there.
Amazing. Yeah.
So they've just recently, all those commercials
Saw
that
that.
put out, that's my wife's doing, right?
Oh,
Amazing.
800 million impressions
Yeah.
for that commercial.
Unbelievable.
He's a superstar. He's
But so
amazing.
that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
Superest of superstars.
charismatic, just on
Genuine.
point with the
Genuine.
jokes,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
just
Humble.
great timing.
I mean, you
Yep.
just shouldn't be a bad
Relatable.
person.
You know what I mean?
I love that interview that he was at a golf tournament and they're like, the morning show was live here and hey Josh. And he's like, are we live?
Yeah.
And he just froze. And I'm like, he's like, just kidding. I'm like,
He's just
dude,
fast,
yeah.
well timed.
Not only are you an incredible athlete and a great person, but being funny on top of it.
We've had to meet the opportunity to meet some of his family, and like they're just great people, really solid people.
Yeah.
We've done some stuff with John at Game Day Hospitality.
Yeah.
Met the Allens through them. They're
Yeah.
just really, really solid people.
John's got a great thing going
He
for him.
does, yeah.
He was on a couple weeks ago.
We're doing 9 of his tailgates this year. We're doing a lot of stuff with John.
6 home, 3 away. We're doing Cleveland, Charlotte, and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, we have a really good relationship with.
I've got a gripe though. That red helmet for one game.
I know. I wish we
know.
could do it for more, but you know what? If
Such a
there's
tease.
what a great game to do it though.
I agree, but how are you going to get in the stadium?
You're not.
Exactly.
Unless you know John.
I have to call in that favor, man.
Johnny boy.
I asked my wife. I said, "Hey, is it too soon to ask for tickets for the last game? Like, through work?"
Yeah.
She's like, "I'll try, but
Well, if you can get us in the New Era suite, let us know.
might have to bring a bucket of wings with us."
I'll bring as many wings.
We can make it happen.
right across.
We'll
the
be
street.
cooking them
Fresh-
fresh on site.
fresh
Let's
and
try
crispy.
Lucia's first, and then we'll see what
All right,
happens.
sounds good. Sounds good.
Another thing exciting is, we've really invested not only in our infrastructure, but also our employees, right? We pay our employees really well. We have a lot of people that we like to promote from within,
Yeah.
and we've promoted our line cook that is now our executive chef that has now been promoted to, he's going to be part of ownership
Okay.
as of next week officially. And then
That's
we're
incredible.
also, his name's Ethan Stack, exceptional chef. He's been all over Buffalo, JT's, tons of variety of other places,
That's
Rocco's.
great.
And we're also partnering with Pat Spinoza. So
Oh,
Pat
yeah.
Spinoza has a podcast
Yep.
called Like a Farmer.
Yep.
Yeah, great guy. Really going to help elevate our brand, give us access and marketing, and just really help us grow.
I bumped
which is
into him
amazing.
one night.
Yeah.
He was in Buffalo with a friend of mine, and they were popped up at the bar having dinner, and
Mhm.
had great conversation. But yeah, he's got a pretty big thing going for
Yeah,
him.
he's got a really big presence in Nashville
my
and
God,
South
God,
Florida
it's
too.
so impressive how
Yeah.
connected he is.
He is. Yeah. So being partners with him, we really feel that our ability to scale is going to escalate
Sure.
quickly.
Well, and we know the power of social media and branding and everything else. It's a different world these days than it was
For sure.
15, 20 years ago.
I mean, we're to the point now where we could have opened 50 by now.
Yeah.
Could have just started popping them up,
Yeah.
right? But it's like you want a quality product. You don't want to outgrow your cash flow. You don't want to outgrow your reach. You don't want to go into areas like we looked at New York City. We were like gun ho on going ghost kitchen, and then we're just like the marketing and the logistics. It's like,
It's not a
it's like, what are we gonna make off it?
It's
Like
a marathon.
you're
It is-
competing in a
it's
space that's so crowded, So we really look at it like when we start popping them up, like they're gonna grow quickly, but it's like we don't want to rush it, right? We want to make sure the quality control is there.
Right.
No matter where you are, we want the wings to be exactly the same.
Sure. So, with the growth, and which has happened pretty rapidly, right? Even though it is a marathon, right? And you're doing. It sounds like you're doing the right things. Where have the struggles come in? I know we talked about some,
Yeah,
opening the
it's
restaurant
obviously it's
delays and
employees and finding, quality people and loyal people that want to stick around and look
sure.
for a career. Um, I think the whole thing in the culinary business that's changed over the last 10, 15 years is the refocus on quality of life. People aren't going to work 50, 60, 70
Yep.
hours anymore, miss their family holidays, miss their kids' birthdays, miss, all those things for for middle of the road wage. It's
COVID
not
reset
people want a quality
I
of life.
that changed in
They
COVID.
reset everything. People are down to work 35, 40 hours a week. When they punch out, they want to go home and enjoy their family. So if
And
you
it's
can kind of
definitely
give people that, it's easier to find people. But right now it's been difficult finding good staff. And we're fortunate that we've been able to find some really
that's
Mhm.
awesome. I
Like
mean,
like any
definitely.
restaurant, there's turnover. We've
Yeah,
had
of course.
turnover, but,
Everybody thinks the grass is greener
Mhm.
on the other side. I bust tables for a couple local restaurants, and, what's funny is, being 18, 19 years old, working in a restaurant, busting tables, like, I remember I asked well, I was part-time.
yeah.
yeah, you tipped out by the server a
Yeah.
couple bucks, you're like, "Great,
Checks
cool."
was great, and I remember asking the manager, I said, "Hey, can you just not schedule me for Saturday, next week? Whatever. I have a wedding," whatever it was. And he was like, "No, you work every Saturday." And I'm like, "No, no, I know, but I'm giving you enough notice, like,
Find somebody else.
yeah,
Yeah.
not a big deal." And he just was, like, furious.
Yeah,
And I'm
find a
like
new job.
so I went to the owner, I'm like, "Dude," I said, "No offense, but there's fucking 10 other restaurants within a mile here. Like, I don't wanna be like, 'Give me the day off or I'm leaving,' but, like,
Give me the day off for
why is it
leaving.
yeah, it's a big deal." Like,
Yeah.
you know? And dude, I quit. I was like, "You're being unreasonable,"
That's
right?
super
But it comes
unreasonable.
back to quality of life,
Yeah,
right? Like, I think as entrepreneurs, you've sacrificed a lot,
we have. And I
right?
think
And you
that's what
will, and you will
differentiates us.
continue.
We've been in the mix. Like I've been a cook for 25 years, missing my kids' birthdays and
Yeah.
missing family holidays and not going on vacations and
Yep.
going 5 years without taking a trip because I was working every day and I
And then
couldn't
you
get
wanted
days
to
off.
own your own business.
Yeah, which
We're always on. That's the thing people don't realize. It's like
you're always
you're always on.
Yep.
We're gonna go back
calls,
to our phone,
emails,
and we're
yeah.
gonna have 5 missed calls and 40 text
I
messages,
joke
and that's
that's why
just
my
it.
phone's all the way over there
Right.
because I know sitting here, I've already heard it vibrating, that it's gone off
Same.
multiple
Yeah.
times.
Yep.
And yeah, again, it is the life of the entrepreneur,
Mhm.
But
right?
you also have to take a time to step back and smell the roses here and there. You got to take time to decompress, turn your phone off, spend time with your family,
Well,
and
enjoy the
just be
future.
inaccessible.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you bust your ass for 60, 70, 80 hours a week for if you're not going to enjoy it, right?
You have to.
And unfortunately, I had a friend pass away in his sleep last week
Oh, really
at
sorry.
45, right?
sad.
Like, just shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
shell shocks, it's like life's short,
yeah,
you gotta enjoy it.
got a wife, he's got a kid. Like, I'm like, I have a
Sickening.
3.5-year-old. I'd be devastated. Like, that's my greatest fear is leaving her behind,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
And I know she would be well taken care of
Sure.
by family and my wife and all those other, but it's still just like,
Haunting.
yeah, and every once in a while when those hit, right? Like you wake up the next morning and you're grateful and thankful, but then it's also like, all right, like I just bought a boat,
Yeah.
literally 2 days
When
after
are we
that
going
happened,
fishing
and I'm like,
again?
love it, any day, seriously. But I literally woke up and said, I wanted a boat for like the last 20 years. I could die in my sleep tomorrow. Like, fuck it, just do it,
Yeah.
Do it.
right?
Yeah.
You know, why do I work 60, 70 hours a week if I'm not gonna,
Can't go
enjoy
bass fishing in the
Yeah,
Saturday morning.
I was looking at
Yeah.
entrepreneurship, it's like you are working 60, 70 hours so you don't have to work 40.
Sure.
And it's like, who wants to, at 65, retire, have a nice cushy pension? Where are you gonna travel when you're 65? You're gonna
Right.
be just chilling. Let's
Yeah.
enjoy it now. We always travel, it's like there's a lot of work and there's some fun with it too, right?
My dad worked his 9 to 5, and it wasn't 9 to 5, but, he was a blue collar guy, and he got sick when he was 55, and he died at 65. He had all intentions of retiring, and
Enjoying his life.
and he never got to,
Yeah.
Right.
right? Like,
Right, just worked. That was
yeah.
it.
One of my food salesmen, same thing. The guy's
Love
got
that
a
guy.
ton of
We won't say
money.
his name,
He's
but
like
we
a
love him.
mentor to me.
Yeah.
I've known him for years and years and years and years. He's a workaholic. He just likes to work. And it's like, I talked to him the other day and I'm like, when was the last time you took a vacation? He goes, it's been 12 years. He's like, I went to Italy in 2012.
wow.
And I'm like, what are you doing all this
Yeah,
for?"
yeah.
I was like, what is $1 million in your investment account mean if you haven't taken a trip in 12 years and you haven't had a couple days off in 7 years and you can't even go anywhere because your phone doesn't stop ringing
Yeah.
and no one will help you.
Mhm.
I was
One of
like,
my
"What's the point?"
one of my closest friends, his dad has built his real estate career. He owns about $20 million worth of commercial property,
Nice.
rentals, free and clear. No loans on them.
Sure.
Dude is still showing up to work every day, scrubbing toilets, changing out light fixtures.
Can't change that.
And I'm like, Mike, like, you're 72. Go fucking go to Florida. Like, you have a Florida. Why are you here?
Mhm.
Why are you here? You're literally cleaning toilets.
Mhm.
No one else will do it right.
Mhm. Well, as being an owner, that's what it takes. I
That's
mean,
exactly what it
What it
takes.
dishwasher doesn't come in, I'll roll up my sleeves, I'll be in the dish pit.
And you have
Angel
to.
will be on the line in the
Yeah.
back cooking. Like when
Clearing tables.
the first
whatever
month
you
we
need.
were at when we did Munch,
My daughter was
I
just
was-
born.
I was AJ's dishwasher,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Literally. AJ cooked. I knew nothing of nothing in the restaurant,
Uh-huh.
right? I knew finance, I understood entrepreneurship, I understood the business,
Mhm.
but I didn't know anything on the front end. And I learned a lot of it very, very quickly.
I always say
Right in the
that
fire.
I am not the smartest person, right? Like, I did go to college. I've got a degree. Whatever. But I'm not book smart. But I will tell you, I have great common sense, and I will outwork you. I
Right,
will
that's what
work
it takes.
till my fingers bleed, right?
Not gonna outwork me.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
6 in the morning and 9 at night. You know,
And it's
and
just
Whatever it takes.
whatever it you just have to show up. And again, until all the dishes are done, until all the customers are gone, until all the tables are cleaned, it may be 9 o'clock, it may be 1 o'clock in the morning, but I'm gonna be here doing it,
right.
right?
For sure.
AJ, tell him the short story about the roast beef.
Oh, this is one of my favorite
This-
stories with Chris.
This was me very early on, just trying to be helpful.
Yeah, so I was plating for a large table and they wanted some special stuff and I hand Chris a squirt bottle of horseradish cream and I go, "Chris, put a drop on the top of all the rolls." So, and they were sliders.
Yeah.
I come around the corner ready to plate, and sure enough, on the top of every roll, there's a dot of horseradish cream. I'm like,
All this direction.
wipe that off,
What he
flip it over, and put it on the inside. And he goes, I don't know.
First he looked at it and he was just like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "I don't know. This is what he told me to
I
do."
couldn't even, I burst out laughing.
just like,
I literally burst out laughing. I go, "We got to try this again."
That's like when you tell your kid to do something and they do exactly what you
Yes.
told them,
Oh,
but it was
God.
not.
Couldn't
what-
even be mad.
Yeah,
Did
you
exactly
couldn't.
what I said.
Oh, I love stuff like that.
Good
Listen,
thinking back in those early days.
been a pleasure to have you guys on. Why don't you one of you promote contact locations?
Sure. Yeah. We have the Millersport location at 1402 Millersport Highway. We have the Genesee Street location at 4600 Genesee Street. We have a private banquet room, room 40, in both restaurants where you can do banquets, events, turn 40 in room 40. That's a big thing that we've been
Oh,
doing.
nice.
Yeah, it's great for 40th birthday parties.
Fuck, I'm way past
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
The
but,
airport's got a huge banquet area outside. It's our
it's
courtyard.
beautiful.
All right.
It's a
Yeah.
covered pavilion. It can be used all year round. What is it, like 10,000 square feet?
It's
Artificial
huge.
turf. It's awesome.
Really?
It used to be an indoor
Very
pool.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, but it's a great spot to throw parties, especially when the weather's nice. It does have a heated pavilion, so I would say till probably late November you're good out there. Once it starts to get December, January, I don't think you really
Mhm.
want to mess with it too bad. But we can host pretty much anything up to about 500, 600 people. We can do on-site events with the food trailer. We can go anywhere basically. We're doing a wedding next year in Cooperstown.
Nice.
People love chicken wings and they want
Yeah.
to do their late night food, and they're like, "We'll pay for
Really?
your hotel
Yeah.
and gas," and it's like, "We'll see you there." So
late night food at weddings, it's just a perfect idea.
it is.
So-
If you like roast beef sandwiches and chicken wings, and you got a bunch of people coming in from out of town, the late night food with the
Yeah.
food trailer is amazing.
I think we got Paul's Donuts, right? That's been a
Nice.
pretty
Can't beat
popular
it.
one. Like,
Can't beat it.
yeah. I mean, I will skip dessert all day to be able to take down two of those.
Oh man, yeah, the
Absolutely.
peanut butter donut from there,
I always get through
best.
one no problem, and my eyes are bigger than my stomach,
of course.
but definitely not bigger than my love handles, But I try to get through a second one, and I'm just like struggling.
It's
dude. They are so
sugar shock.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
The cannoli
Incredible.
donut from Paul is probably
Yeah.
the best donut on the planet.
Man. Well, listen, incredible brand, delicious wings. Thanks for being on, and that's our episode of Let's Know Buffalo.
Awesome.
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thanks for having us.
Take care.